Let me tell you the story of Jane Doe. She wasn't popular as a child, and this followed her into her teen years and early adulthood. She had acne scars on her face and hated what she saw in the mirror. Social interactions were a struggle. She felt her heart beating fast, her palms sweating, her throat drying, and her chest tightening every time it was her chance to speak. "This is just how I am," she told herself, and she was resigned to living a lonely and miserable life as a background character, until she discovered this. The first mistake Jane was making was taking herself too seriously. She wasn't able to laugh at herself like confident people would if they got something wrong. Instead, she would spend the rest of the day beating herself up. How could I say that? That was so embarrassing. Once she learned to have a sense of humor about her mistakes, they didn't feel as big, and her confidence started to grow. This made her realize she needed to reprogram her subconscious mind. She needed to tell herself things that were positive. She needed to tell herself that she was confident and replace the inner critic that was always telling her how stupid she was. It wasn't long before she soon realized that her inability to laugh at herself and have a sense of humor was tied to caring too much about what other people think. You see, Jane was obsessed with how she came across to others. That person thinks I'm an idiot. That person thinks I'm unattractive. If I say that, that person will think this. If I do that, this person will think that. So much of her time was spent thinking and assuming what other people thought about her that she couldn't get out of her head. But once she realized that confident people don't care about what others think, her confidence started to grow. The third realization changed everything for Jane. She was a perfectionist who wouldn't do anything unless she could guarantee perfection. This robbed her of opportunities. She didn't take any chances. She didn't fail, which meant she didn't learn, which meant her confidence could never grow, because she was holding herself hostage in the prison of perfection. But once she realized that confident people fail and value progress over perfection and use failure to build their confidence, she tried this, and her confidence started to grow. The final discovery changed everything for Jane. She had always thought that confidence was innate. It was something that you were either born with or you weren't. Then she realized confidence is a muscle. You can strengthen it. So she started to practice things that she wasn't confident at. And as she failed and learned and grew, her confidence became unstoppable. And so Jane morphed into that girl. People would watch her from a distance, envy her even, and assume that she was always the confident, bubbly, and charismatic person that they saw before them. She would try to tell them about the journey, but they just didn't believe. If only they knew, she thought, they could become confident too. I hope you found this video helpful, my loves. Don't forget to check out my video on reprogramming your subconscious mind and also my upcoming video on confidence affirmations. Until the next one, mwah.